Hey, it's your girl KB back with another review of what is this? Love During Lockup? Love During Lockup. Season 5, episodes 37, Love Me Not, and 38. I forgot to look it up. I forgot to look it up. Let me see. Hide and Seek. Hide and Seek. So yeah, y'all know I be doing these 2 episodes at a time. I just don't be getting around to some of it. It just be, time. How many hours do we really have in a day? I was looking at the moon last night. Y'all know how I be. I was looking at the moon last night with Melina, and I feel like we were moving as a planet very fast. Like, we're putting on her PJs, and I'm like, look up at the window, Melina, you can see the moon. She likes to look at the moon. Oh, I can see the moon. I can see the moon. When we looked up, the moon was like smack dab in the middle of the window. By the time she had on her PJs, the moon was like, we could only see a piece of it. I said, that's a bit too fast. The moon, it should have took a good 15 more minutes for the moon to move out of my view. So that had me spooked. I felt like, yeah, I remember on Bridesmaids when they were on a plane and she's like, there's a colonial woman on the wing. There's something they're not telling us. That's literally what I said to my husband. I said, did you see how fast the moon moved out the window view? There's something they're not telling us. But anyway, y'all, let's get to this review. Let's just start with Bianca and Daniel to get them out the way. She is so annoying and just daft, like rocks for brains. It is so annoying. She really thinks that she's going on some exciting adventure, like she's in a freaking video game or something. Like, girl, this is not a quest to go, save the queen from, the goddamn turtle on Super Mario Brothers or whatever. Like, this is not a side quest like this. This is bad decisions. This can put you in a lot of trouble and or danger, okay? She done moved to Arizona a month ahead of when he's supposed to even be getting out. Why so early? I don't know. That was beyond me. But she's complaining about everything. The fact that it's been a month, he's still in jail. It's so hot in Arizona. She'd rather be in Florida where it's humid. She ain't got no friends out here. And it's like, girl, this the adventure that you wanted, baby. Buckle up. Buckle up, buttercup. So she is going to meet his parents. This is their first time meeting. Remember the first time they talked over the phone? The daddy asked her, how mentally stable are you? And he was asking the questions that need answers, because she needed to think about the answer to that. I don't know how she felt like she was offended by it, so I guess she felt like she is, but she needs to ponder upon that answer a little bit longer. They discussed the alcohol drinking because they're at a bar. I said, why are y'all at the bar? They're at a bar, of course. Bianca orders drinks. She's a young 20-something. She should be allowed to drink. She doesn't want restrictions on her life. She's trying to be a wild and crazy kid. White boy wasted every day, okay? She don't care. She wants to drink. They're like, yeah, but you probably shouldn't drink at all. She's like, oh, I won't drink around him. I'll just, drink with my friends and then, but you probably shouldn't drink at all. Apparently, this family is full of addiction problems. The brother passed away. The brother had addiction problems. The stepdad had some alcohol problems. Like, it's a history of addiction within the family. So the mom, she just, in that little confessional to the camera, the mom is just basically like, I'm mentally preparing to have to save my baby from her. And the dad, the stepdad is like, I hope you don't have to come in there. She's like, yeah. But I'm mentally preparing to have to save my baby from her. And I was just like, oh, child, it's disgraceful. Disgraceful. The mama is talking about how she already lost one son to addiction and she starts to cry. Bianca's just like, oh, I didn't mean to make you cry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yada, yada, yada. Whatever. It comes to an end with that one because the brother or somebody, she ends up asking, oh, so you're the one that convinced him not to marry me. Yes, girl, don't nobody need to marry you and don't nobody need to be marrying nobody when they fresh up out of jail. So, yes, honey, that's how that went. Next, let's get to the craziness that is Zaria and Troy. Y'all, get comfortable. Y'all got y'all drinks. I got me a drink today. I ain't had no Prosecco, so I'll just be adding anything together to just see what it's going to do. This is not a favorite. It's not a favorite. I want my Prosecco. I got to go to the store tomorrow. This is just some Jack. It's some Jack with some tea. When is Sir Davis going to hit the Memphis streets? I've been wanting me some Sir Davis. I see people with their Sir Davis, and I tried to order me a little bottle to ship. They said, baby, we don't ship to Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Hawaii, Tennessee, and some other states. I said, dang. And then I looked to see if I could buy it locally, and they did have some stuff listed. Last time I looked, they didn't have stuff listed. They did have stuff listed this time, but when I called some of them liquor stores, baby, they said, we ain't got it. We waiting on it too. Beyonce. What's happening? I want some Sir Davis. Got me over here drinking Jack still. Anyway, where was I? Zaria and Troy. That's what I was saying. Y'all get comfortable because we're going to have to dig our feet up into Zaria and Troy for just a second. So Zaria is doing the most. She is such a hothead. Like, when we get the full story, I do get some of it, but my God, she has been yelling since they got there. And the fact that a lot of her anger is surrounding the mom and what the mom is saying and or doing, you brought her out there. You flew the mama out there as a surprise to him, knowing that Troy don't really get along with his mama like that. She out there. Mama Karen is out there. She took 3 gummies before church out there. Like, what did you think would come of this? What did you think would come of Mama Karen being there when he first gets out? And she's staying with y'all. Just doing the most. So she's mad. They're supposed to be getting ready. Well, they are getting ready to go to Buffalo so that Troy can see his daughter. Zaria picks a whole fight and she is mad that he talked to his baby mama last night. Mama Karen is like, he had to call her to arrange him seeing his daughter. Like, what you mean? We finna go after that to see her. Z said, no, they already planned that. He ain't need to talk to her. I said, okay, now you're being absolutely ridiculous because, yes, I would expect him to call his baby mama the night before or the day that he's going to be going out there to see the daughter. Okay, what time you plan on leaving? What time are you going to be here? Are you going to pick her up or are you going to come over here? Those are things we need to make sure, even if it was planned previously, we need to make sure that's gone over again. Okay, so the fact that she said it like that, I'm like, she might not need to talk to her at night. That could have been a conversation when he hit the road. But, you know, the fact that she's just like, he ain't need to talk to her. You could tell she was going to be extra, whether it was nothing or whether it was something. So, now she's still yelling. And Karen is trying to get him to talk to Z. Like, go talk to your wife. Go talk to your wife. Figure it out. Calm it down. Get on her. Z cussing him out. She mad. She tell him that he can get out her house. Mama Karen is like, no, that's not right. Y'all married. This y'all house. She said his name ain't on my lease. So he left. He said, you know what? You got it. Troy is so calm and level-headed, and he just walked right on at the house. That camera said 6 miles from Zaria's house. I said, 6 miles, baby? How long was you walking? Baby was walking for hours and hours and hours. Maybe just a couple. But still, I said he took a long cool off a long cool off walk. So Karen ends up calling the baby mama Ayana to see if she know where Troy at, if she talked to him. The mama says that the baby mama says that Troy might feel away because he just got anxiety. He just getting out, yada yada yada. But Z is just mad. She just don't understand why he feel the need to talk to her. Random, but we saw a lot of flashback pictures of Z, and her hair and her skin looked so much better. So I was really confused at this ponytail, and why was this the hair choice when you knew you was gonna be on TV? Like, I get it, the face, it might have been filters that's moved out the face if she do have like a constant acne problem, but like there was definitely better hair pictures within them arsenal that they posted, and I was just like, and you chose to wear this ponytail on TV. Cute little braids, cute little weave install, like a little sew-in. Like, girl, where is that? You really brought this ponytail to the TV screen? That ponytail is just offensive. And like every other scene we see of Zaria, she is fighting with that ponytail. And that ponytail, it just be, all I can hear in my head is R. Kelly, I'm fighting for my life. Every time she get in there trying to wrestle that daggone ponytail on her head. It's so annoying. Anyway, Mama Karen ends up mentioning that Yana said that Z was having an affair and had some man all up in the house, girl. Z is pissed because she's like, she know I can hear her right, like she's right there. She's on the phone with her sister. She ready to go fight Yana. I'm gonna have to do something to her because this girl, she doing too much. I'm gonna have to do something to her. So, yeah, you know, I always got a movie reference for everything. So he be just sitting up on the phone telling the baby mama everything that's going on with him and his wife, Zaria. It made me think of Baby Boy. So you just be on the phone, this nigga on the phone talking about, yeah, I know you stay with your mama. That was Zaria. So you just be sitting up on the phone with this bitch? Yeah, I know you cheated on our nigga. I'm like, well, Zaria, you need to chill out if you had a whole affair. But I mean, also, he was in jail. This is why you don't get with people in jail, especially marrying people that you've never met in the outside world while they're in jail. It just be some stuff that is just so outside of my scope of what makes sense that it's just, you know. So, where we at? So Zaria is hollering about Mama Karen talking about this affair. Why you being messy? She's so messy. Why she being messy? She being messy. You the one that brought her messy butt in your world. Y'all trying to make good TV and you about to ruin your life and relationship. She said Troy already knows about the affair. She already told him. Apparently it was a space and time where he just wasn't there for her. I guess mentally, because he couldn't be there physically, wasn't there for her, and she just was feeling a big void within the marriage. So she ended up stepping outside the marriage because, you know, I said, knowing Zaria, she probably picked a fight so that she can be mad and say, not say she cheated, but like they was on the outs and stuff. That's what it's giving. He finally gets back. He's downstairs. He hear them fussing. He like, man, I don't even want to go up there. I ain't trying to hear all this mess. I ain't got time for that. He goes upstairs, and at this point, Zaria is over it. I guess she's probably kicking out the cameras. We see her taking off her mic. She throws it on the floor and stuff. And I guess one of the producers was trying to go in there, and she's like, no, I'm only talking to him. Tell him to come in here. I'm only talking to him. I'm just like, oh my God, this girl is a lot. She's a lot. So he goes in there. She's yelling. She's fussing and cussing. Excuse me. Obviously, the conversation don't get nowhere in the right direction because she puts him out the room, takes off her ring, and throws it on the floor, slams the door. Mama Karen, she over there. She probably done had 2, 3 gummies at this point. Probably done had something to drink. She got her jacket on. She got like a little jumpsuit jacket on, like a little 2-piece, like a little tracksuit rather. And she ain't got no shirt on. She just got a bra on and the jacket. The jacket way unzipped. So Mama Karen. I was like, why are they so crazy? Why are they so daggone crazy, y'all? So that was them. Who I'm gonna do next? I think I'm gonna get all of these couples out the way, the rest of these, and then I'm gonna do the rest of these last. So next I'm gonna do, let's do Hope and Arthur. That's how I got my notes. I don't want to get mixed up and then be like, did I do this one? Did I do this one? Hope and Arthur. Prayers for Arthur, man. He seems genuine in who he is, but he definitely seems like he had a rough life and he is battling some serious demons. He seems serious about his freedom at this point, though, as well as his mental health. But word on the YouTube streets is that man is back in jail. Something happened with him and Hope, and essentially Hope allegedly got him locked back up. I don't know the story, but I guess we'll figure it out at some point. But Hope and Arthur, so she's taking him to the fabric store because you know, he likes to sew. She bought him a sewing machine, gonna get him some fabric. He excited about making some clothes. He looking at the different fabrics. He's like, oh yeah, this is nice. I want to make me something like this. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little vest out of this. He's excited. He said in prison, he never used a sewing machine. They weren't giving needles, but he would take the little bread tie, rip the little color piece off the bread tie, and use that little thing as a needle. I said, well, look at that. Ingenuity. So he said he made stuff for other people sometimes, but he never charged them because everybody deserves to feel good about themselves. Y'all, I already knew. It hit me in the chest right there. I said, Arthur finna tug on the heartstrings, y'all. Arthur finna tug on the heartstrings on these couple episodes I'm reviewing right here. So her sister gives her a call, and he's like trying to be like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. And she just kind of like, I said, ooh. And he said the same thing. Like when she got off the phone, he's like, why wouldn't you let me talk to them? Well, that's my sister, and you know, they don't know you yet. He's like, yeah, that's why you let them get to know me, especially now. Like I'm in my element. I'm in the fabric store. Like this me, like, you know what I mean? Like, what's up? So he's feeling away. But she ain't told her family that he's out yet, so she's hiding him basically. He's mad because he knows that she is sneaky, and this is just giving him more reason to keep an eye on her. Didn't the mama say that she cheated on him while he was in jail? No. He kind of opened the relationship so that she would be able to get her something since he was in jail, but then once he decided he wanted to cut it off, she didn't cut it off. So he's like, well, she's sneaky, so I got to keep an eye on her. So she wants him to put together a shelf, and you can see that he's just mentally not really there. He tells her that he was looking for some of his sketches in the closet. I said, looking for some sketches, okay. And he found this picture of her and some dude. And so, you know, he felt away. Who is that dude? Is that somebody that you just talk to and everything? And she's just like, kind of talking to her. You want me to throw it away? I can throw it away. You want me to throw it away? He's just like, yeah. But at this point, he's just kind of having an anxiety attack. He ends up getting up and walking outside. He mentions that he saw someone pass away in prison, and how like that person was reaching out to him for him to save them, and it messed with him. He says, you know, that haunts him basically. It really took a toll on his mental health. He says that he couldn't really see clearly, like the buildings is waving and everybody looking like demons. He said everybody's looking like demons. He looking around, everybody's looking like demons. I said, yikes. That's scary. That's scary. So he's looking at Hope, and he is literally looking at Hope like he does not recognize her. Like he is just kind of like backing up, like, and she's just, at this point, She understands not to focus herself. She has a bit of emotional intelligence in this moment. So she's like, are you okay? Like, do you know where you are? Like, she's just kind of like trying to get through to him. And he's just kind of sitting there like, he just don't know what's going on. They call his mom, and she's on the phone, and the mom was just kind of like, are you having anxiety attacks about getting out, life being da da da. Yeah. And I'm like, ooh, baby, maybe you should go home and see your mama for a little bit, because you need somebody that's going to take care of you, that don't have that don't have expectations of what you need to be doing in the moment when you need to be working on your mental health. Like, yeah, it's important to get a job. Yeah, it's important to be a sustainable adult, but coming straight out of prison, you need some fixing. Like, you need some fixing, and that's okay to say. So they mentioned that they had stopped filming. They kind of gave their storyline a break for a minute, and they offered him mental services. And it seems like he took the mental services. He was very open to going to some counseling and getting some help. So on that next episode, we see that he's a bit better. He's getting tapped back into his religion. He's Muslim. His father was Muslim, so he was raised Muslim, but he found it hard to practice in jail because, in jail, everybody adopts Muslim faith in jail for some reason. So now he's going to a church or a mosque, whatever the Muslim place of worship is. Please excuse my ignorance. And Hope is going with him. She looked like she had on one of his t-shirts because she has to be covered up, of course. They don't play that. They hair wrap and all. Like, you got to be covered up. He ends up going off with the owner. She ends up going off with the wife. But before all of this, they come in, and the man is just like, there's a separate entrance for women, but, this y'all first time coming, y'all guess, so it's cool for today. But just so you know, the women, y'all entered through that little rat hole in the back, okay? Y'all entered through the cleaning quarters, okay? Yeah, that's your entrance. You don't come through the front door, okay? Only a man. Okay, thank you. Glad we can get that covered. I said, oh, okay. So she's talking to the wife of the owner, and she's telling Hope how, you're supposed to follow your man lead. He's supposed to be the leader, yada, yada, yada. Hope tells her, well, how I'm going to follow his lead if he ain't got no job right now. And I was just like, dang. Not you let all this man business out the first time meeting this lady. You don't even know this lady. This ain't like your friend. This ain't like a family friend. This is like the pastor of the church. You just walk into the church. Hey, my name's, oh, that's what's supposed to be happening. Well, he broke what I'm. Girl, dang. That cracked me up, y'all. She tell him he ain't got no job. How she supposed to follow his lead if he can't pay for nothing? The lady is like, you can work if you want to, but your money ain't supposed to be paying for nothing in that house. He supposed to be paying for the house. Your money is just your money. You giving him money to sustain? You paying your own bills? No, ma'am. He should be ashamed. He should be ashamed. I said, dang. So we see that Hope takes him to a sewing class, and he don't know how to use a sewing machine because all he had in prison was sewing by hand with a little bread needle. So they are making a handbag together, and he's doing pretty well. Like, he's a natural, they said. She tells him she's cool. I can appreciate that she's pouring into him, knowing that he likes to sew. She bought him the sewing machine. She got the fabrics. She is taking him to a sewing class. But, like, she just needs, some finishing on the partner. Well, I guess it don't matter because they broken up at this part. But yeah, she ends up telling him in this moment that you ain't got no job, and she said that you should be ashamed that you using me that you using me to sustain and stuff. And he's just like, dang, I've been applying for jobs, and if I could just get 5 interviews out of all the jobs I've been applying for, and I'm just like, Well, baby, you might have to put a little makeup on their face because them face tats ain't gonna help you none. They gonna see that you just recently got out of jail and you coming in there looking like you about to rob the place with all these face tats. It's just like, okay. So she's talking to him about, are you gonna propose? Are you gonna propose? He was like, I did that already while I was locked up. She was like, no, but you're supposed to get down on one knee. He said, absolutely not. I said, baby, he don't see it for you and he don't see it for this relationship. He's probably only here cause to finish out this show so that he can have a little pocket money. Like, he just riding away, but he don't see a future for you. Okay, so Thomas will get down on one knee. Girl, get out of here. Let's get Letitia and Keith out the way. Letitia and her slow self. She got a whole tax business. I'm like, do people be letting her do their taxes? She be messing people's stuff up, I bet. She be getting people audited. Like, she out there messing up their taxes. Where Letitia live? If you know anything about Letitia's tax business, let me know if she did your taxes good or if you got audited and you ain't had the receipts and she messed some stuff up trying to get you too big of a return back. Because she just don't seem like she got enough common sense to truly be in that type of business. Running her own place at that, but I guess that's why she anywho. She goes to see her own lawyer to see if the change in the law that the paralegal was talking about applies to Keith. The lawyer is like, well, technically it's not really a change in the law. It's just kind of like a perceived change. Like it's a change to the point system or something like that. And he said, but Keith got less than a year. So y'all just going to have to ride that out. This is for people who are getting new charges. He's like, well, who are you talking to? Who even told you about this? Well, we were talking to this paralegal. He said, let me guess. Was he an inmate too? I said, well, yeah, baby, you got scammed. Why you was paying a paralegal $1,000 to do something like this for you when you have access to a lawyer right here that you're sitting with? Knock, knock, knock. Who's home? Nobody. Nobody is up. It's the little monkey that be playing the cymbals. That's what's in Tisha head. Okay, cause girl. So she's feeling mad. She's feeling embarrassed. She done told the whole family that he's getting out early and he gonna have to ride out these last, like, 8 months? She has to tell everybody, including her youngest daughter, well, her kids in general, but her oldest daughter probably gonna be happy. That younger daughter, though, she calls him daddy and she wants to see her daddy. So the youngest girl is gonna be told up. So, yeah, she gotta go back and tell everybody now. Also, like I thought, that notice on the door, baby, they're getting evicted. I'm like, the sheriff ain't gonna send you no notice about nothing before the man even get out. They don't know what his paperwork say to be to be sending you mail about this. That's why I was like, girl, that was a little cute little lie real quick, but I wasn't falling for it. But apparently the landlord had not been paying the mortgage. So the house is getting foreclosed on. And I'm like, dang, they got to be out in 2 months, y'all. I said, that is not a whole lot of time. But I'm like, you got your receipts, right? Was you paying the landlord? Because you need to take them to court and get your little money back. She was like, why would they let us sign a lease if they weren't even going to pay the stuff? Like, what's up? So, yeah. Okay, y'all. Let's do True and Shantae. True is on his way to check on Shantae because she has just told him that she is pregnant with twins. He is acting like he missed her, but I'm just like, sir, you just want like some stability, some housing, somebody you know that's gonna be down for you. You ain't gotta worry about her being in them streets. You know what I mean? So he gets groceries so that they can have a cook-off. Because that was one of the things that they were supposed to do that's one of the things they talked about when he was locked up that they wanted to do when he got out. But they just never got around to doing it because he never spent any time with her. He gets there and she don't want to let him in. She's just like, what you want? Girl, I done drove 5 hours. I done went to the grocery store. Let's have this cook-off. She was like, you can cook? I said, I know that's right. He made that omelet and she was like, and this your best meal? He was like, yeah. She was like, don't do that again. His spirit looks slightly broken, but overall, he laughs with her. And he's like, see, still, at least I can still make you laugh. All right, sir. So she tells him that she's got an ultrasound coming up, but she don't want him to go with her. She also tells him that he can't sleep in the bed. Couch for you, sir. Well, when they get up, she ends up telling us that he did end up coming in there and getting in the bed. He started off sleeping on the couch, but he came in there and got in the bed. They didn't do nothing, but it felt good to have him in the bed. We also find out that True has a son that he has never ever mentioned. Has never ever mentioned. They have a family game night and it was cute enough. He's forming bonds with the grandbabies, but the bestie, she still ain't going. She gets him to the side, asks him, does he have a job? This man was like, I work at the casino. No, sir, you don't work at the casino. You're gambling. There's a difference. So back to the ultrasound. He's feeling some type of way that he can't go, and he tells her, this will be the only time that I'm gonna let you do this. I'll only let you do this once. She's like, I find that funny that you're gonna tell me what I'm gonna do, but that means you need to act right. So she asks him if he's still seeing other people, or she mentions that he's still seeing other people. And also, ain't he living with Roman? He calls his roommate, but clearly he's living with a woman. And she just don't know if he gonna be around, so she don't even want to start having these memories with him being there if he just gonna disappear in the end. And I said, truly can't be mad at that because he's shown himself to not really be down for you. But I'm like, ugh, ooh, child. Ooh, child. So she lets him drive her to the ultrasound, but of course not go in. She gets in there and she don't even want to get the ultrasound done because she feels like he should be in there with her. I'm thinking she finna go out and get him and tell him to come in, but no, she walks out, tells them that she needs to reschedule. She's gonna wait for him to be acting right and come back and so he can see it together. She said, I know the twins are fine, so I don't need this ultrasound. So when they were in the car, he's talking about baby names. Oh, we can name the twins True and Truth. And if it's triplets, it girl, you should have no. If it's triplets, we'd be truth, loyalty, and respect, or something like that. And I'm just like, you sound crazy. He ended up buying some baby stuff as well. He went to the store, bought some little baby stuff, whatever. So she was appreciative, like, okay, I see you bought some baby stuff. Okay, you can put it in the closet. You know, she's still trying to play hard to get, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see they got these kids together, so I'm sure she's gonna give it one last give her a go, just to see if they can be a whole home for these children. But yeah, yeah. So he ends up telling her that, yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for everything. I ain't gonna let you down. I might not be there for everything because, I might be locked up. You never know. You never know. She's like, boy, what are you talking about? Apparently he violated probation because he hadn't been at the address that he reported to his PO. I guess that address was his mama house, but he been beefing with the mama. He been beefing with the sister. So those addresses are not valid because he ain't over there. He ain't over there. So he's in trouble and he has to go see his PO. He asks Shantae if she'll go with him. Mind you, he lives 5 hours away. They're 5 hours away from each other. I said, not you trying to pull the sympathy card like, look, P.O., I got a baby on the way. Don't send me back to jail. I'm trying to be there for my kids. I ain't mad at it. Shantae should go for it. I ain't mad at it, but I see what you're doing. So she has to drop everything, find sitters for the kids, get her shifts covered at work just to accompany him. She has to drive her own car in case he does get locked up, so she'll have a way home. So she's trailing him out there, and when they get closer up, he starts speeding. He gains like a 15-minute lead on her, and she's annoyed because she's like, I don't know where I'm going out here. Why are you driving so fast? This man raced ahead to leave her so that he can pull in the parking lot and see some young lady. He's talking about some, Shantae know I got friends. Like, she know I got friends. She know what it is. And he gets in the car with this chick. So we can't tell exactly what's happening. We just can hear that it's some mouth play, okay? We can't tell if it's mouth on mouth play or mouth down south play, but we hear that it's some mouthing. Okay, so Shantae is calling him, and he is acting like he took a wrong turn in his town. Just ridiculous. I'm like, you can't even act right in the 12 hours you finna be around this lady, and the drive is gonna take to and fro. And you probably even gonna drive her back. So the drive it takes to get there and be at the you can't even act right till she get home. Less than 24 hours. True made my head hurt. True made my head hurt, y'all. So next, let's get to Kim and Joey. Joey made my head hurt too. Joey made my head hurt the most. Oh my gosh. Joey and True, they're the bad guys. Hope and Christine and Zaria and Bianca, they seem like the bad guys. Like, this season seems overwhelmingly the women are the bad guys, but don't get it twisted. Freaking True and Joey, they kind of restore a bit of balance to the She Woman Men Haters Club. And yeah, y'all. Joey, we see him getting the kids ready for school. He's basically a house husband. He's talking about, I didn't know I was going to have to be doing this, getting the kids ready for school, putting their shoes on, taking them to school, cooking dinner. I didn't know I was going to be doing all this, but I mean, okay. He claims that he needs new tires for the new car that she just got him. Didn't you just get this car, girl? Was this car used? This car, it wasn't given we needed new tires. But she gives him a budget of $500 with her debit card. He has already shown you that he is not responsible with money. So the fact that you just give him your debit card is just beyond me. He ends up meeting up with some of his friends, and y'all, he don't just go to a tire shop. It's a rim and tire shop, okay? So he meets up with some friends. One, I think he said these guys were somebody that he was locked up with, and they're both on the straight and narrow path. So, they hanging out. He is like, well, I'm only supposed to get tires and spend $500, but I might as well get some rims too. I just feel like they look better with rims. Like, cars look better with rims, so I might as well get some rims. And earlier, when she was talking about the budget of the $500, he was talking about how now I don't budget, because she was like, they didn't teach y'all budgeting in there. He said, I don't budget nothing. I just be spending money. I just spend it. She's like, well, you can't just be doing that now, like, especially since it's my money. He just laughed like, I mean, you can just make it back. He was like, when I was spending my own money, I was just doing something where I can quickly get it back. She's like, well, you can't do that you get to quickly get your money back like that, because you have kids now. I mean, his kids, girl, but I get what you're saying. He buys some rims too. It ended up being $2,200 of her money on tires and rims, y'all. He gets some text. I'm thinking the text gonna be from Christine, like, what the F, I just saw my debit charge $2,200. I told you $500. No, baby, it's a whole nother woman that's apparently talking about she wanna be with him or whatever. I said, oh, so you cheating too, and you trying to act like you don't give her no energy when these cameras ain't around. So yeah. He gets home and she is pissed, y'all. She's like, we have an engagement party to plan for. We have a wedding plan. And do you even want to get married? You're just spending money on ribs. Do you even want to get married? He's like, I don't care about that. We can just go to the courthouse. I'm like, girl, why would you even want to marry this man fresh out of jail? Did I say Christine? This is Kim. I don't know if I was even saying how I think I just saying. It's Kim. Which one of them is married? I think it's Christine is married, not Kim. Yeah, I think it's Christine. But Kim, I'm like, girl, you in way too much of a rush to marry this man. and he ain't got absolutely no finances, fresh out of jail. You don't know how he is to live with, how he is to be in a relationship with. You just want to marry this man. I said the desperation is just sickening. It is sickening to even be on this show, being with some man that you can't hug and you can't touch and you can't talk to and be in the real world with. Why do you want to be in a relationship with a man that just got out of jail? That man need to spread his wings. He need to see what the world is, especially if they've been in there for more than 3 years. They don't even know what life is like right now. Cell phones is different. The way niggas watching TVs. Then some of us in jail so long, they was watching cable when they was out. They don't know what all this streaming stuff is. It's a lot to adjust to and to want to be with somebody while they're doing all of that and trying to figure out who they are in this phase of their life. It's ridiculous. It's unwise. It's selfish. I just don't understand it. But it makes for good TV because we are here tuning into the foolery. Lastly, we got Julian and Christine. She is trying to check in with her PO. She's trying to make sure she keep it on the up and up because she ain't trying to go back to jail. Her main thing is figuring out custody of her son that her mama got because I guess her ex will never give up them children. I think she got twins with him. Julian is the one that secured the lawyer about her twins. And now she needs a lawyer for her other child. And he like, ooh, okay. You gonna have to look for a job, sis. And she's like, I just got out of jail. You're supposed to be taking care of me. With that little meth mouth. And I'm like, girl, he got his own kids to provide for. He got child support while he probably paying your child support and your lawyer's fees to even get this stuff up and going. The nerve of this lady. So he makes her go get a job, and she's a bartender and wants to be a comedian. She's telling some little stale jokes, but I'm like, okay, just don't fall back into the drinking and drugs, being in these environments where it is so prevalent. She's been annoyed with him, and she's been having to tiptoe around. The kids be there half the week, and she got to stay upstairs like some gremlin in the attic. And she mad about it. And also Julian says he has a secret. We see him doing an interview in his car. I said, what is going on? He says that he lost his job and he has not told her. So he still leaves the house every day as if he is going to work. Hence why he is doing this interview in his car. I said, my goodness. She's at work and she wants to go out to have some drinks with some of her coworkers. When he comes to pick her up, she tells him, yeah, let's go. He's like, oh yeah, you can go, but I got other stuff to do. She's kind of having a little hissy fit about him not going. And he's like, well, I got to get ready for this interview. She said, excuse me, you got to get ready for an interview. And he's like, I mean, I didn't mean to say it, but I'm glad I did say it. And he tells him, hey, I got fired. I ain't got no job. So I've been going on interviews and doing this and doing that. But I got like 2-3 months of severance pay. So past that, I ain't gonna have no money for the bills. I ain't gonna have no money for the house for the bills. So, of course, she is going to be mad about that. And that is these 2 episodes, y'all. Tomorrow we get another episode. And then we don't get no more Love and Marriage Huntsville, huh? So I think right now that leaves us with Power, and this. And then something will be coming back soon. I think Sisters comes back next month. Sisters come back in October. So those will be, and then Potomac will be back too. But I don't know if I'm reviewing Potomac. There might be something. We're going to see how them first 2 go. And then if it's not given what needs to be gave, we might tap in every now and again. But it won't be a priority. But make sure y'all like the video. If y'all made it this far, show your girl some love. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Yeah, comment. Let me know what y'all think about these episodes. And who do you have a favorite couple? Who is your favorite person on the show? Who you think is the most genuine and who you think is the most flaw? I think the most genuine is Arthur and the most flaw is Bianca. Let me know what y'all think. Bye.